question number 87, and I gave you the formation of the revaluation account as homework. Am I right, everyone?
Sir, we did the revaluation account and you gave journal entry as homework.
Okay, so all of you completed the journal entry of this question.
Sir, I attempted, but I didn't.
You have attempted, but you are not sure whether it's right or wrong.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Other than Alexander, what about everyone else? Eben, Khushi, Mariam, and Ayan. I think Ayan was absent in the previous session. So other than Ayan, Mariam, and Khushi, tell me whether you guys have completed the journal entry of the question or not.
Yes, sir.
No one is. Okay. All right. So Khushi have completed that. What about Eben? Eben, you have tried it or not?
No, sir.
Not right. Okay. Okay, so let's first of all, let's start with the journal entry of the question. So, but before that, let me just show you how we prepared the revaluation account for this question. So this is the revaluation account that we have prepared in the last class. Yes, this is the revaluation account now, right, everyone?
Yes, sir.
I'm sure that everyone is able to recall the question. Question number 87. This question is clear to everyone. Or am I required to explain it again? In the question 87, we were required to prepare the revaluation account, and then we were also required to pass the necessary journal entry. So this is the question number 87 was a lengthy question, wherein the balance sheet in the question was given, and then the additional information was also given in the question. And considering both these information, we need to pass the journal entries as well as the revaluation account. In the last session, we have completed the revaluation account, and I gave you journal entries as your homework. And since not everyone have completed this, so we'll be starting our session with the journal entry of the question, and then accordingly we will be moving forward with a new question. Okay, so first thing, see, everything that is being indicated in the revaluation account need to be journalized. Keep that in mind. Everything that is being indicated in the revaluation account that needed to be journalized. So first of all, we will start with the journal entry of all the items which is being shown on the credit side of the revaluation account. All right, everyone. So we will be starting the journal entry of the item which is being shown on the credit side of the revaluation account. Then accordingly, we will be passing the journal entry of all those items which is being indicated on the debit side of the revaluation account, one by one. So first of all, since the first item in the revaluation account is what? This machinery is the first item. So we'll pass the journal entry. What will be the journal entry for this? Journal entry will be machinery account debit to revaluation account. Right, everyone says the value of the machinery is increasing now. The value of the machinery is increasing, therefore it is being shown on the credit side of the revaluation account, right? Is that correct, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Because the value of the machinery is increasing, therefore we have indicated that on the credit side. And since the value of the machinery is indicated increasing, and the machinery is an asset, so whenever there is an increase in asset, we debit the asset. Machinery account will be debited. Machinery account will be debited to tell me, it is being debited. Yeah, and revaluation account will be credited. Revaluation account credit. This is the first journal entry. I hope this is clear to everyone. Machinery account debit to revaluation account. So let me show you the journal entry of the question. Just a moment. Okay. So the journal entry will be, the first journal entry will be machinery account debit to revaluation account. Value will be 12,000. Got it, everyone? Is this correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then we'll get back to the revaluation account one more time. And the second thing in the revaluation account is motorcycle is also on the credit side. So that means motorcycle account will be debited to the revaluation account. So the general entry for that will be, this is the general entry. Motorcycle account will be debited 20,000 to revaluation account 20,000, being motorcycle recorded in the books. All right, is it okay? Everyone got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then again, look at the revaluation account. Now on the credit side, we have one more item, sundry creditor 10,000. So we'll pass the journal entry as sundry creditor is a liability, and whenever liability reduces, it will be shown on the revaluation account credit side. And since the liability is reducing, whenever liability reduces, we debit the liability account. So that means sundry creditors account will be debited again and revaluation account will be credited. So in that case, the general entry will be sundry creditors account debit to revaluation account 10,000, being sundry creditor not repayable. Is this clear as well?
Yes, sir.
Sundry creditor account debit to revaluation account. Okay. Now let's move to the debit side of the revaluation account. On the debit side, we have first of all the land and building. Okay, so the value of the land and building reduced by 17,500, and since the value land and building is reducing, therefore we need to credit the land and building account, and revaluation account is being debited. So we'll write down revaluation account debit to land and building account. The general entry will be revaluation account debit to revaluation account debit to land and building account. Everyone is able to see that revaluation account debit 17,500 to land and building account. Is that correct, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Coming back to the revaluation account one more time. On the debit side, again, we have provision for doubtful debt 2,500, right? So the general entry for this will be revaluation account debit to provision for doubtful debt. Got it. So the general entry for this will be, yeah, this will be the general entry. Revaluation account debit to provision for doubtful debt 2,500. Got it, everyone?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Yes, sir.
Then moving back to evaluation one more time. Now see, we have the third item on the debit side, Neville's capital account 5,000. That means we need to debit the revaluation account firstly, and then credit the Neville's capital account. So the general entry for this purpose will be revaluation account debit to Neville's capital account, being salary credited, being remuneration credited. Just a minute. Let me yeah, this is the general entry. Revaluation account debit to Neville's capital account. Got it? Is this clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then everything is done. Machinery account. Okay. We have also passed the general entry for the machinery. The machinery account is debited to revaluation account. Now everything is done. All we need to do is transfer the profit, transfer the value of the profit to the partner's capital account. So the general entry for this will be, can anyone please tell me the general entry for transferring the profit to the partner's capital account? Anybody please tell me the general entry for transferring the profit to the partner's capital account?
Sir, is it revaluation account debit or profit and loss account debit to all the partners?
No, that is almost correct. See, revaluation account will be debited, obviously. Revaluation account will be debited. And whose account will be credited? Kareem's account, Rahman's account, and Neville's capital account will be credited. So I'll write down to Kareem's to Rahman and to Neville's capital account. Got it? This will be the
Yes.
general entry. 17,000 in the revaluation account. Then to Kareem's capital account, it will be 8,500. Rahman's capital account will be credited by 5,100, and remaining 3,400 will be credited to Neville's capital account. I hope this is clear to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Right now, everyone? Okay, so the general entry will be, let me check where did I pass the general entry for this. Okay, I didn't make the general entry for this particular event. I'll have to pass the general entry. So I'll write down general entry J. It will be revaluations capital revaluation account debit. Revaluation account debit to Kareem's capital account to Rahman's capital account to Neville's capital. Let me check the values. It is 17,000, then 85, 51, 34. Fifty 500, 5100, and 34. Being the valuation profit distributed. Got it, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay, we have few more general entries left. See, coming back to the question, we need to pass the general entry for distributing, sorry, for adjusting the suspense account loss as well. See, if you're able to recall, I've told you that advertisement suspense account is a kind of loss, right? So it should be treated accordingly. So the general entry for distributing the advertisement suspense account, what will be the general entry for distributing the loss? Anyone? Which account will be debited and which account will be credited?
Sir, all the partners' accounts will be debited to revaluation.
Perfect.
then-
That is right. Advertisement suspense account will be debited. Sorry, partners capital account will be debited to advertisement suspense account. This will be the general entry for distributing the loss of by the name of advertisement suspense account. So the general entry for this will be, let me show you. Yeah, this is the general entry. See, general entry C. Kareem's capital account will be debited, Rahman's capital account, Neville's capital account to advertisement suspense account. So the value of the adjustment suspense account was, advertisement suspense account was 5,000, and it is being distributed in the old PSR. So everyone is getting 2,500, 1,500, and 1,000 each. Is this general entry clear to everyone?
Yes, sir. Sir, is the revaluation account credited or advertisement suspense?
Okay, in this situation, advertisement suspense account will be credited, since this is a loss and we are writing off the loss. So in that situation, suspense account will be credited, not the revaluation account.
Okay, sir.
Okay, then I think one more general entry is left in the question. General entry for treating the investment fluctuation reserve. See, the value of the investment is, book value of the investment is 1 lakh, right? Everyone is able to see that, na? Book value of the investment is 1 lakh and the market value of the investment is 90,000 and we have a reserve of 30,000. So that means there is a loss of 10,000 in the market value, in the value of the investment due to the market fluctuation. And this loss can be compensated through the investment fluctuation reserve, right? So the general entry for this situation will be, what will be the general entry? General entry will be, this will be the general entry. Investment fluctuation reserve account debit to investment account 10,000, Kareem's capital account, Rahman's capital account, Neville's capital account. That means out of 30,000, 10,000 will be adjusted toward the reduction in the value of the investment and remaining 20,000 will be distributed among the partners in the old PSR. I hope this is clear, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then we have one more information given in the balance sheet. It is about the general reserve. See, whenever general reserve is given in the book and nothing is being mentioned, that is, question is not telling us how to treat the value of the general reserve. In such a situation, general reserve will be distributed among the partners, right? It will be distributed among the partner in the old PSR. So 60,000, we will be distributing 60,000 among the partners, considering it as a part of profit. So for that purpose, the general entry will be general reserve account debit 60,000, right, to Kareem's capital account, Rahman's capital account, Neville's capital account. This will be the general entry. And the ratio for this purpose will be old PSR, old profit sharing ratio, to distribute the general reserve. Got it, everyone? This is the general entry that we need to pass in this question. I hope this is clear to everyone. If anybody want to write it down, please do it quickly, or else you can also take the screenshot. Just let me know whenever you are done. And let me also know whenever you want me to scroll down.
Yes, sir. We want to write.
Okay, so do just do one thing. Since if you will start writing it now, it will take a lot of time. Since there are so many general entries now, so just do one thing. Take the screenshot for now, and later complete it in your notebooks. Write it down in your notebooks later after the session. I'm just scrolling down. Keep on taking the screenshots. General entry for A and B. Then CD. E, F, and G. Then H, I.
Sir, can you please show A and B?
Yes, just A and B.
Sir, C. And sir, E.
Done, everyone?
Sir, till
Yes,
I,
sir.
okay.
There are more entries. And we need to pass one more general entry in this question. Anybody, please tell me which one is that? We need to pass one more general entry.
Sir, after J,
Yes, we need to pass one more general entry, and that is for the distribution of the goodwill adjustment entry for goodwill. See, in the question, it was written that goodwill is valued. Just a minute, let me show you. See, everyone is able to see point number 6 in the question. Goodwill is to be valued at 2 years purchase of the last 3 years profit. Profit being 50,000, loss 2,50,000 and 2,50,000. So in this question, we need to first of all find out the goodwill, and then since the value that goodwill will be valued goodwill, self-valued goodwill. So I'm sure that everyone already know how to treat the self-valued goodwill. Self-valued goodwill is adjusted among the partners in the gaining and sacrificing share. Is that right, everyone?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
So for passing that general entry, we will have to first of all find out the gaining and sacrificing shares of the partner. All right, so let me show you how that will be done. You were supposed to complete all these things in your homework. Since I've told you that you should pass the general entry. Anyway, so
Sir, I did
let
it.
me. Only you did, na, Alexander. Not everyone have completed that. Anyway, so adjustment entry for the goodwill. Adjustment journal entry for goodwill. Self-valued goodwill. Okay, for passing the journal entry for adjustment in case of self-valued goodwill, the general entry is gaining partners capital account is debited. Gaining partners capital account debit to sacrificing partners capital account. Right, but in order to find out that which partner is gaining and sacrificing, we need to prepare a extra working note. So here I am making an extra working note just to find out the gaining and sacrificing shares of the partner. And I'm sure all of you remember the formula. Formula is new share
minus old share.
minus the old share. And the general the calculation will be for, there are 3 partners now. Name of the partners were Karim, Rahman and Neville. So Karim, Rahman. Old PSR was 5:3:2. That means 5/10, 3/10 and 2/10. And their new profit sharing ratio is, let me check. The new profit sharing ratio is, now they have decided to share the profit equally. So that means the new PSR is 1/3, 1/3 and 1/3. So in that case, their gaining and sacrificing share will be 10. then 10 minus 15, it will be minus 5 by 10. Then not 10, it will be 30. Sorry. All right. So 10 minus 9, it will be 1 by 30. And then 30, 10 minus 6, it will be 4 by 30. Is it clear, everyone? Since Kareem have got the negative share, that means he is sacrificing and other two partners are gaining. Done? Is it clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, since we know Rahman and Naval are gaining, so we will debit the Rahman and Naval's capital account, and Kareem is sacrificing, so we will credit Kareem's capital account. So the general entry will be we'll write down Rahman's capital account debit, Neville's capital account will also be debited to Kareem's capital. All right, and this is the general entry for being self-valued goodwill adjusted. Okay, and the self-valued goodwill was, we need to value the self-valued goodwill as well. Na? Since the value of the goodwill was not given in the question, so we need to show the calculation of the goodwill as well. So valuation of goodwill. Anyone could please tell me which method will be applied for the valuation of goodwill? Valuation of goodwill. There are 4 methods of the valuation of goodwill. Na? Which method of the valuation of goodwill will be applied here? Anyone?
Sir, average profit.
Correct. Average profit method. So first of all, let's just apply the formula for the valuation of goodwill. The goodwill by average profit method is calculated by multiplying the average profit with the number of years purchased. Number of years purchased. I'm sure that all of you already remember that. Purchase. Since we have invested a lot of time in learning the valuation of the goodwill. So average, first of all, we will find out the average profit of the last 3 years. So average profit of the last 3 years is how much? It is 50,000. First year we have a loss of 50,000 minus 50,000. Then in the next 2 years we have a profit of 2,50,000. And then we will divide it by 3 years. Then we will multiply it with the number of years purchase. The number of year purchase was 2. Number of years purchase was 2 years. Okay, let's just first of all do the average of the profit. So 2,50,000 plus 2,50,000, it will be 5 lakh. 5 lakh minus 50,000 will be 4,50,000. Right, and dividing it by 3, we will get 1,50,000. And 1,50,000 multiplied by 2, it will be 3 lakh. So 3 lakh is the value of the goodwill. 3 lakh is the value of the goodwill. Is it clear, everyone? The
Yes, sir.
calculation of the goodwill is clear to everyone. Okay. After the valuation of the goodwill, we need to distribute it among the partners in the old, in their gaining and sacrificing ratio. So that means 3 lakh. Just a minute. 3 lakh into 1 upon 3 lakh into 1 by 30. Just a minute. Let me check the gaining and sacrificing shares of the partner. The gaining and sacrificing shares of the partner were, yeah. So Rahman was gaining 1 by 30 and Naval was gaining 4 by 30. So 1 by 30 and 4 by 30. One by 30. So that means it will be 10,000. Then it will be, just a minute. It will be 40,000. And then Kareem's capital account will be credited by 50,000. Right, everyone? Got it? Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone is having any kind of problem understanding this? Guys,
No,
please
sir.
confirm so that we can start with a new question. Since this was the homework question, and we shouldn't invested so much of time doing this question. We'll be starting a new question if everyone understood this question.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Understood. Okay. All right. So I'm moving to the new question. Question number 88. Question number 88. In this question, we just need to pass the general entries. Hari, Kunal, and Numa are partners in a firm, sharing the profit and losses in the ratio of 5:3:2. From 1st of April 2018, they have decided to share the future profit and losses in the ratio of 2:5:3. Their balance sheet showed a balance of 75,000 in the profit and loss account and a balance of 15,000 in the investment fluctuation fund. For this purpose, it was agreed that goodwill of the firm was valued at 3 lakh. That investment having a book value of 50,000 were valued at 35,000. Then the stock having a book value of 50,000 be depreciated by 10%. We need to pass the general entries for the above in the books of the firm. Just tell me if the question is clear to everyone. So see, let me explain it one more time. The question is starting with telling us that there are 3 partners, Hari, Kunal, and Numa, and their PSR, old PSR is given to us 5:3:2. Their new profit sharing ratio is also given 2:5:3. Then their balance sheet is giving us the information about the profit and loss account. So 75,000 is the profit in the books of account, and then the balance of the investment fluctuation fund is also there. So that means we have an investment fluctuation reserve of 15,000 as well. The valued goodwill is 3 lakh, and then the investment is given. The book value of the investment is 50,000. However, the market value have declined by 15,000. The stock having a book value of 15,000 is given. It depreciated by 10% over the period, and we need to pass the general entries for all of these in considering all of these information. Tell me if anyone is having any problem understanding any point.
It's clear, sir.
Clear. So guys, I'm giving you 10 minutes to solve this question. Please solve it. I'm waiting for your responses, and then I'll show you the correct solution of the question. Is it okay? Alexander and everyone else, will you try this question, all of you?
Okay, sir.
Okay, I'm waiting for your responses. Solve it quickly. Let me know the answers.
Sir, can you show the previous questions sacrificing and maintaining patience?
Yeah, sure. Just a minute. Done, Abin?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, can you explain this?
You want me to explain the question now? Okay. See, question is telling us that there are three partners, Hari, Kunal, and Uma. All these partners are sharing the profits in the ratio of 5:3:2. Now they have decided to uh, uh, they have decided to change their PSR to 2:5:3. and currently in their balance sheet, the profits is there. The value of the profit is 75,000, and the value of the investment fluctuation fund is there 15,000. Apart from the profits and the investment fluctuation fund, we have been provided with other information as well. Like the value of the goodwill is also there. This is the self-valued goodwill, 3 lakh. Then the value of the investment is the book value of the investment is 50,000. However, the market value of the investment declined to 35,000. That means there is a reduction in the value of the investment by 15,000. And then we have the stock whose value have depreciated by 10%. The book value of the stock was 50,000, and the value of the stock has been depreciated by 10%. That means the new value of the stock will be 45,000 only. Okay, so considering all these information, we need to pass the general entries. Is it clear? The question is clear, Abin.
Yes, sir.
Just give it a try. Otherwise, I'll be solving it for you. Alexander, you're doing this? Mariam, Ayan, Hoshi.
Yes, sir, I'm doing.
Sir, can you please solve this?
Yes, Abin, I'm waiting for others to finish. At least someone tell me the answer of the question. Then I'll show you the correct solution. Just give it a try, na, at least. Done, Alexander?
Yes, sir, I did 3 entries only.
You did 3 entries. Khushi, you're trying. Mariam.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Kunal 2/10. Kunal's gaining. You are telling about the gaining share, na? Yes, Kunal's gaining share will be 2/10. Mariam, that is right. Uma will be 1 by 10. That is correct. Yes. Perfectly fine. All right, let me show you the solution of the question. Starting with, first of all, we will pass the general entry for the distribution of the profit and losses among the partners, right? See, the value of the profit and loss given in the question is 75,000. Since it is not mentioned that it is a debit balance, we will consider that it is a credit balance. And if nothing is mentioned, that means it is simply profit, which is being indicated in the balance sheet. So the first thing that we need to do is distribute this profit among the partners in their old profit sharing ratio. So for that purpose, we will pass this general entry, distribution of profit and loss among the partners. For that purpose, we'll pass the general entry, profit and loss account debit, Hari capital account to Kunal's capital account to Uma's capital account. And the value was 75,000. Na? The profit was of 75,000. So we will distribute the 75,000 among the partners. 75,000. Hari will be getting 5 by 10 of the 75,000. Kunal will be getting 75,000 into 3 by 10. And Uma's share will be 75,000 into 2 by 10. Got it, everyone? This is the general entry for distribution of the profit. 75,000 into 5 divided by 10. It will be 37,500 in the Hari's capital account. Right. And similarly, for Kunal, it will be 75,000 into 3 by 10. That means 22,500. 22,500. And remaining will be taken over by Uma. So 75,000 into 2 by 10. That means 15,000. Got it? Is this clear, everyone? That this is how we will be distributing the profit and loss among the partner.
Yes, sir,
Alexander,
clear.
Koshi, Mariam, Abin, is this general entry clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Then let's talk about the second thing. Second thing which is given in the question is investment fluctuation fund. See, we have an investment fluctuation fund of 75,000 and the value of the investment, the book value of the investment was 50,000, but it declined from 50,000 to 35,000. That means there is a clear reduction. There is a clear reduction of 15,000 in the value of the investment, right? But since we already have an investment fluctuation fund for that purpose, we can set off this loss from the investment fluctuation fund. So the general entry for this will be, general entry for this purpose will be investment fluctuation fund account will be debited. Is that correct? Investment fluctuation account will be debited. Is it correct, everyone? And then
Yes.
the value of the investment is declining by 15,000. So we will credit the investment account. So investment fluctuation fund debit 15,000. Investment account will be credited by 15,000. Got it, everyone?
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay. Anyone who haven't completed this, please keep on writing this as I explain. So the general entry will be investment fluctuation fund account debit to investment fluctuation investment account, right? And we'll write down the narration as being in investment fluctuation fund adjusted toward the reduction in the investment. Okay, moving on to the next information. Then the next thing is the valuation of the goodwill is given. The self-valued goodwill of 3 lakh is given. Since the value for passing the general entry for the self-valued goodwill, we need to first of all find out the gaining and sacrificing shares of the partner as well. So we will pass the general entry for this after completing all the all other general entries. So let's just skip item number 1 for the time being. Okay, we will be passing the general entry regarding the goodwill later after passing all other general entry, because we need to find out other thing as well for the adjustment entry of the goodwill. So therefore, let's move to the point number 2. Point number 2 is saying that the value of the investment was 50,000 and The value of the investment fluctuation fund is already dealt with. So we can move to the item number third. Item number three is saying that stock having a book value of 50,000 depreciated by 10%. All right. So tell me, if the value of the stock is depreciating, what does it mean? Is it a loss or a profit? If the value of the if the value of the stock is depreciating, is it a profit or a loss?
Loss.
Loss. And whenever there is a loss, which account is debited? Whenever there is a decrease in the value of the stock, which account is debited?
Sir,
Whenever there is a reduction in the value of the asset, revaluation account is debited. Whenever there is a reduction in the value of the asset, revaluation account is debited.
Evaluation account.
So the general entry for the third item will be revaluation account debit to stock account. See, the third general entry will be revaluation account debit to stock account. Got it, everyone? Is this clear as well?
yes, sir.
Okay, now finally, since only general entry which is left is the general entry for the valuation of the goodwill, and for the goodwill we need to pass the adjustment general entry, and adjustment and general entry, as all of you already know, we will be debiting the gaining partners capital account to sacrificing partners capital account. So for that purpose, we will have to prepare an extra working note for calculating the gaining and sacrificing shares of the partner. So I have already made the working note. Gaining and sacrificing shares of the partner will be calculated as given here. Hari's capital account, sorry, for finding out the Hari's gaining and sacrificing share, what I have done, I have subtracted the old share from the new share. After reducing the old share out of new share, we will get minus 3 by 10 for Hari. It will be 2 by 10 for Kunal and 1 by 10 for Uma. All right. So according to the values we have got, it is clear that Kunal is gaining and Uma is also gaining, and Hari is sacrificing. So we'll pass the general entry as Kunal account debit. Sorry. Kunal's capital account will be debited. Uma's capital account will also be debited. To Hari's capital account. And the value of the goodwill was, it was 3 lakh. So 3 lakh will be adjusted among the partners in their gaining and sacrificing shares. So that means 3 lakh into Kunal's share was 2 by 10. So 2 upon 10 means 6,000. Is it 3 lakh or 30? 3 lakh it was. No? Okay, so that means it will be 60,000, right? And then for Oma it was 1 by 10, so it will be 30,000, and Hari's capital account will be credited by 90,000. And the narration for this purpose will be being self-valued goodwill adjusted. Tell me, all of you, is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir.
Clear. Okay. Okay, guys. So this is it for this session. I'm giving you one question for your homework as well. And please take the screenshot of this question, question number 89. In this question, you need to first of all prepare the revaluation account, and also you will be required to prepare the partner's capital account also. All right, you need to prepare the partner's capital account. We already covered a topic regarding the preparation of the formation of the partner's capital account, if everyone is able to recall that. There are two types of capital account, the current account and the capital account, right everyone?
Yes, sir.
So in this account, we need to in this question we need to prepare the partner's capital account, and then we need to prepare the balance sheet as well. See, I'm not sure whether you will be able to prepare the partner's capital account or not, since we have covered this topic long ago. So I'm not sure whether you guys are able to recall that or not. But still, I want you to try this question. At least just prepare the revaluation account, since we are currently doing the revaluation account. So I'm hoping that you will be able to prepare the revaluation account. If at least if you are not able to prepare the partner's capital account, that will be perfectly fine with me. No problem. I'll be solving that for you. I'll be showing you how to prepare the partner's capital account this question, but at least make sure that you prepare the revaluation account in this question. Then I'll also show you how to prepare the balance sheet in this question. Okay, so just take the screenshot of this question number 89. This will be your homework. And I'm giving you one more question for your homework. Done with question number 89, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, also try to solve this question. Question number 90. This one is pretty similar to the question that we just did. It is similar to the question number 88. In this question, you just need to pass the general entry and prepare the revaluation account. Done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is it for today's class. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow at the same time. We'll continue our session with question number 89 in the next class. Till then, take care, all of you. Goodbye.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, sir.
Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.